Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and one of the biggest questions that I got yesterday that I saw looking through the comments when I did my long video critiquing and analyzing Rich Piana's new steroid cycle is, do I think it's going to kill him? Do I think it's going to harm him? Is this safe? Alright, let's just be perfectly clear. A cycle like Rich is running isn't safe for anyone at any age. This is way too much gear. Way too much gear in general, other than for people who really are trying to become freaks. And I understand there are some of you out there, but you are in a very, very small minority of people. In fact, 99% of people who go on anabolics of some type are not trying to be freaks. They're not trying to get massive. That's not why most people use them. Do I think it's going to harm him? Yes, absolutely. Could it kill him? Yes, absolutely. He is tapering up, and actually I found out the cycle lasts longer than I thought it did. There's another 4 weeks of gear in there, including a high dose of orals for the final 4 weeks. So he's pretty much running a 16-week massive blast with 12 weeks straight of high dose orals in there. Now, just all of the gear and the HGH and everything alone, the amount that he's running is dangerous. Rich is 45 years old, roughly, I believe. You can't run large amounts of gear like that at 45. There's no way past my 40s, I would ever consider a gram or more of gear a week. And some people say, what? That's so, you don't need to be that way. No, that is true, guys. That's just way too much at that age. You're running the risk of everything from prostate hypertrophy to heart attacks. It's those sort of doses that old. As we get older, we can't get away with stuff like that. You can't do it. It is going to harm you. You simply cannot, due to, again, heart disease from the megadoses, the massive negative impact on your lipid profiles, your liver, your prostate, everything. You're going to potentially hurt yourself really bad at that age running massive doses. You just can't do it safely. We're not talking about TRT here. We're talking about 2 grams to over 3 grams spread out over the course of a cycle. And the other thing that's really concerning is, again, he's running a 12-week straight of orals in his 40s. That effect on not just the liver. All right, there is a liver toxicity issue, but that's not really that big of a concern. The other big concern is the effect on his lipid profile. Orals themselves massively lower your HDL cholesterol, your good cholesterol. They potentially set you up for a heart attack. And again, not as big of a deal in your 20s and your 40s. It is a big deal. Then on top of that, what he does, his final 4 weeks, there's no testosterone. It's all dry compounds. You need estrogen for a proper lipid profile in men. You need to be in the healthy range on your estrogen. His body will be producing no real estrogen during the final parts of this cycle, which is going to drive his HDL on orals that long to rock bottom. There is a very real possibility at his age, holding the amount of weight that he's holding, that it could kill him of a heart attack near the end of that, or just as he's coming off of it or near the end, he is predisposing himself to actually have a heart attack at that point. Again, just due to his body weight combined with an HDL that's going to be nearly zero for several months possibly, and definitely will be during that final 4 weeks. His HDL good cholesterol will drop to nothing. That predisposes you massively to having a heart attack next week. So yeah, he could have a heart attack from this. It's not a good idea. And what I would say to someone like Rich, put all that in perspective. Step back and look at this. You are running a successful business. I'm sure you're making well over 100 grand a year off your own business. You're running your own. It's been very successful for you. You just got married. You have a new wife. Don't do this to yourself, brother. It isn't necessary for you to probably run much more than a TRT dose to maintain your business, to maintain your health and maintain your business successfully, the brand that you've already built. You don't have to mega dose and try to be a freak. Get therapy for the muscle dysmorphia. All of the collagen and things that you have in your arms, the amount of fake muscle that you've injected in there permanently is going to stay actually. So you're still going to look big even if you came off everything. But the muscle dysmorphia is very apparent there when you're willing to use grams of gear in your 40s and you have massive amounts of site enhancement, permanent site enhancement in your arms and delts. You need help for your muscle dysmorphia. Don't kill yourself over this, especially with a new wife, a thriving business. It's just so stupid at this point. Don't do it. And I really don't want to see Rich get hurt. I don't dislike Rich. I don't think of him as a bad person. I don't want to see him get hurt. The other big thing that he needs to consider is that, again, he's a public figure. He just posted up on Instagram his full cycle, admitting that he's using and has on hand all these substances. Many of them you can get prescriptions for, but there are at least 3 drugs in his list of things that he's using that there is no way to get a prescription for at all inside the United States. Possessing them without a prescription is a felony. He just let the entire world know that he has at least 3 drugs on hand in his home that are felonies for him to possess in the United States. and that he very well, because he's using very large amounts of them, he might actually have what's considered to be dealer amounts on hand. That is a really bad idea. Again, Rich, you don't want to go to prison when you're running a thriving business. You've just got married, have a new wife. It's just a bad idea to put this out there. All right, guys, well, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.